At the start of the end, here comes your white knight. Got a foot on the edge, looking over the ledge. Turning inside out, falling out of time. If it's the final story, it's death and glory.
Hi, and welcome to Dirtbike's 2022 off-road video series. Today we have something really special. It's the RedMoto 300RX.
When it's all coming towards you, backed into a corner, it's time to find a way. Don't back down, just keep going.
We've only had glimpses of this bike at the ISDE and at trade shows in Italy, but we've never seen one in the US, much less had the opportunity to ride one. As we understand it, RedMoto is basically the Italian Honda importer for motocross bikes and adventure bikes. They were never really happy with what Honda offered for off-road competition, so they took it on themselves to design all the parts to make the Honda RX line into off-road bikes that more closely met their needs. Now there's a RedMoto presence here in the US. Matt Stavish of Checkpoint Off-road is the exclusive RedMoto importer. He isn't bringing in entire bikes though. He takes more of an a la carte approach. The platform for this particular bike is the 2022 Honda CRF250RX, which is a mostly new bike this year. It's just like the CRF250R motocrosser, so this is our first experience with that bike. As it comes from the factory, it has all the same new features and updates that the 2022 CRF250R motocross bike got. That includes a new lighter chassis and a motor that has a new head, crank, cams, clutch, and piston. The airbox is completely reconfigured, the twin mufflers are gone, and it is essentially a new bike. In its RX configuration, Honda gives it a little more than different mapping and softer suspension, all the usual off-road stuff like a big tank, an 18-inch rear wheel, and a kickstand. Like most of the current closed-course competition bikes, it's a little more than a motocross bike with a little bit of off-road warm-over. For this project, Checkpoint finished the off-road conversion that Honda started with specific RedMoto parts. At the core of it all is the 300 kit. This includes a cylinder, piston, and gaskets to bring the displacement to 299 cc's. The kit is designed by RedMoto and manufactured by Athena. The EFI system is remapped as well. The cost for the kit with mapping is $1,299. The beautiful titanium exhaust is made by Termignoni. It has a removable quiet core. The bike also got a RedMoto 2-gallon tank to replace the kind of intrusively shaped stalker. The suspension was modified by Checkpoint here in the US, and it also has an inline hose cooler and aluminum bar ends that Checkpoint makes. Riding the bike is a blast. The bike's power is really impressive. Where the stock 250R motocross bike is mostly a top-end motor, even after the emphasis on more low-end for 2022, the RedMoto 300 is a mid-range monster. Most of the usual shortcomings of big bore kits aren't evident. It doesn't vibrate at all, it's easy to start, and it has decent over-rev. We didn't have a KTM 350 along for comparison, but the RedMoto is clearly much closer to that level than it is to a stock 250. The power delivery is relatively smooth, but it does have a sharper bark than a typical 250. We did stall it once or twice, but overall, no more than you would with any race bike on tight trails. The best part about the bike is probably the suspension. This just reflects the fact that Matt has a ton of experience setting up off-road bikes. It's comfortable without the excessive dive and chassis movement usually associated with enduro settings. As a package, the RedMoto 300 feels like a pure-blooded race bike. It has a strong, aggressive hit, and everything about the bike gets better and better the faster you ride it. We would love to have some more time on it, but Matt and his crew are only out here for a little while before heading to South Carolina for the opening round of the National Enduro Series. We're really hoping to get a chance to ride the RedMoto 400, which is reported to be a smoother, sweeter version of the CRF250RX. It wasn't quite finished in time for this trip, but hopefully we'll get a chance next spring. For more on the RedMoto and all the off-road motocross news, go to dirtbikemagazine.com. You can also check out these off-road videos, and don't forget to subscribe. Then visit us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Thanks for watching.